Dear students, welcome back to my channel. In this class, let us derive an important 5-mark derivation, that is expression for equivalent or effective EMF and also the equivalent internal resistance of combination of two cells in series. Okay, so you might have seen in case of capacitors, in case of resistors, so the equivalent thing, that is equivalent capacitance or equivalent resistance, is one which produces the same effect as that of the combination. It means which maintains the same current or charge at the same TD, like that we have discussed, isn't it? Here also in the third case, that is cells case. Okay, so when two cells are connected in series, what is the equivalent EMF or effective EMF of that combination, and also effective internal resistance of that combination? Okay, see, let's start. As I said, it is an important 5-mark derivation, so you will get the question like this: obtain an expression for E equivalent. It means equivalent EMF, and R equivalent. It means equivalent internal resistance of combination of two cells in series. For what type of combination we call it as series? That is end to end connection. End to end connection is called series connection. Okay, see. Let us consider two cells like this. For example, E1 is the EMF of this first cell, E2 is the EMF of the second cell. Similarly, R1 is the internal resistance of cell 1 and R2 is the internal resistance of cell 2. In addition to this, let us consider 3 points, some A, B and C. Okay, since this is the positive terminal, it will decide the direction of electric current. The current is flowing like this, and we know that in a series combination, current remains constant and the potential difference get add up, isn't it? Here, instead of taking that summation, that is V is equal to V1 plus V2, let's follow some other method. Okay, so that method you are going to have in your NCERT textbook. Okay, see. Now here, let VA, VB and VC be the potentials, that is electric potentials. Let VA, VB and VC are the potentials at points A, B and C respectively. Okay, now how to find the potential difference between the points A and B? It is nothing but the potential difference between two terminals of the first cell. That is nothing but terminal potential difference. Okay, I will take that sentence. The PD between the points A and B is here. I will call it as V1 or simply VAB, which is equal to VA minus VB. You can also take this as V1. And what is the value of VA minus VB means the terminal PD, that is given by E minus IR actually, but here the EMF is E1, current is I, or internal resistance is R1. Okay, so this is the potential difference between the points A and B. Since the point A is here, we can also take this point A as the at here, that is at the exactly at this point on this longer line or positive line. Okay, Similarly, so B we have to consider here. Therefore, the potential difference between two terminals of the cell is nothing but the terminal potential difference. The potential difference between the points A and B is VAB is equal to VA minus VB, which is equal to E1 minus IR1. Similarly, the potential difference between the points B and C is between B and C. What is the potential difference? That is VBC is equal to VB minus VC. It is nothing but the terminal PD between the two terminals of the cell. Okay, therefore it is E2 minus IR2. Is it okay? Next, therefore the PD between the points A and C, PD between the points A and C is VAC is equal to VA minus VC. Here I will make some alteration. I will write VA minus VC like this. VA minus VB plus VB minus VC. Is it okay? What I have done? I have added VB and subtracted VB. Therefore, VA minus VC can also be written as VA minus VB plus VB minus VC. Okay. Now, I will put some brackets here. So that, what is the value of VA minus VB? You can also call this as equation number 1, this as equation number 2. From equation 1 and 2, in place of VA minus VB, we can write E1 minus IR1 plus E2 minus IR2. That is from equations 1 and 2. Okay, next. Here, I will make some alteration. I will take E2 near E1, therefore it becomes E1 plus E2, and between these two I will take minus I outside, minus I into, it becomes R1 plus R2. Okay, so even we can put bracket to this E1 plus E2 also. Now this is nothing but VAC. Call it as equation number 3. Next step, what to do? Please remember what we have done in case of capacitors and resistors. When the combination is replaced by a single capacitor or resistor, okay, which maintains the same current at the same PD. Okay, so like that we have used one sentence. Here also you have to use that sentence. See, that sentence is, when this combination of two cells is replaced by a single cell of EMF, E equivalent and internal resistance are equivalent between A and C, then between A and C means like this. This is point A, this is point B. Here we can draw one cell. This is E equivalent or equivalent. Otherwise, here you can write E equivalent, here you can write R equivalent. So this is the direction of electric current. Sorry, this is not B, this is C. Okay. Then what happens? VAC will become E equivalent minus I into R equivalent. This is equation number 4. From 3 and 4. From equation 3 and 4, we can write E equivalent is equal to E1 plus E2 and R equivalent is equal to R1 plus R2. Okay, so for this you get a complete 5 marks. Briefly, I will explain once again. See, as the question itself indicates, that is obtain an expression for effective EMF and otherwise equivalent EMF and equivalent internal resistance of a combination of two cells in series. So this is the question. Here I have considered two cells E1 and E2 having EMFs E1 and E2, having internal resistances R1 and R2 respectively, and I, that is the direction of electric current, always from positive to negative terminals of the cells. Okay, anyhow, here I have taken 3 points, point A, B and C. First up here is, let VA, VB and VC are the electric potentials at points A, B and C respectively. Now, the potential difference between the points A and B is, this is the very important first step. Okay, the potential difference between the points A and B is, it is nothing but the terminal PD of the first cell, that is given by E minus IR. Actually, this is E1 minus IR1. Equation number 1. Similarly, the potential difference between the points B and C is, that is nothing but the terminal PD of the second cell. That is E2 minus IR2. So that is equation number 2. Next, here if we want to find out the PD between the points A and C, then it is nothing but VA minus VC. VA minus VC ಗೆ ನಾನು ಏನು ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ, VB ಅನ್ನ ಆಡ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ ಮತ್ತೆ ಸಬ್ಟ್ರಾಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ. Okay, because I have to get VA minus VB so that I can substitute its value here. VA minus VB ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂನ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಸಬ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ, VB minus VC ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂನ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಸಬ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ I2 ನ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬರ್ಕೊಂಡು I1 ನ ಈ ಕಡೆ ಬರ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ, ಆಮೇಲೆ ಮೈನಸ್ I ನ ಔಟ್ ಸೈಡ್ ತಂದ್ರೆ ಇಟ್ ಬಿಕಮ್ಸ್ R1 plus R2. ಓಕೆ, ಅದನ್ನ ಈಕ್ವೇಶನ್ ನಂಬರ್ 3 ಅಂತ ಬರ್ದಿದ್ದೀನಿ. ಆಮೇಲೆ when this combination of two cells is replaced by a single cell having EMF E equivalent and internal resistance R equivalent, then ಅಂತ ಬರೆದು VAC is equal to E equivalent minus I into R equivalent ಅಂತ ಬರೆಯೋದು. This is equation number 4. From equation 3 and 4, so what we can conclude, in place of E equivalent we have E1 plus E2, in place of R equivalent we have R1 plus. Hence, so these are the final expressions. Okay, next let's discuss few special cases. What are the special cases one can think over here is, just like in case of capacitors and resistors, first one, see, in case of series, as the number of cells increases, E equivalent also increases, isn't it? So that is the first special case. In case of series combination, if we keep on adding the cells, then its EMF goes on increases. That is, E equivalent increases on adding the cells. Similarly, what happens to R equivalent? Yes, R equivalent also increases on adding the cells. Here, in this case, E equivalent is greater than E maximum in the circuit. Okay, just like this. See, if you connect 4 volt, 5 volt and 6 volt cells, then the E equivalent value is given by what? 6 plus 4 10, 10 plus 5 15, isn't it? 15 volt, which is greater than the highest value. What is that maximum value? 6 volt. Okay, like that. In series combination, E equivalent is always greater than E max. Similarly, R equivalent is greater than R max. Okay, next. Fifth one, when n identical cells are in series, when n identical cells are in series, the value of E equivalent will become n times E, just like in case of resistors. And R equivalent is given by NR. Okay. Next, what is the current drawn from the cell? What is the current drawn from the cell? What is the value of current whenever we are having a cell with internal resistance? That is I is equal to E divided by R plus R, isn't it? Okay. That is the special case here. I will write the 6th case here. For example, this is some R. Like this, there are n identical cells. Okay, its value is Ne here, and Nr internal resistance. This is the direction of electric current. For example, the same current will flow through the external resistance R. Okay, here the current is given by actually E divided by R plus R, isn't it? Since when n identical cells are connected, it becomes Ne, it becomes Nr. This is the total current flowing through that external resistance R. Okay, here if R is very much greater than Nr, then R plus Nr is approximately equal to R. Therefore, I becomes N times E divided by R, isn't it? Nr will cancel, therefore N times E by R. What does it mean? It is N into current due to single cell or one cell. Okay, so therefore, in order to draw more current in a series combination, so the necessary condition is the value of external resistance has to be very much greater than the equivalent internal resistance. Okay, that is R is very much greater than Nr. So ಇದು ಕಂಡೀಷನ್. ಸೀರೀಸ್ ಕಾಂಬಿನೇಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನನಗೆ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಕರೆಂಟ್ ಬೇಕು ಸರ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಈ ಕ್ಯಾಪಿಟಲ್ ಆರ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಈ n ಇಂಟು ಆರ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂಗಿಂತ ತೀರಾ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇರಬೇಕು, ತುಂಬಾ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇರಬೇಕು. ಓಕೆ, ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಸ್ಪೆಷಲ್ ಕೇಸ್ ಇದ್ರ ಮೇಲೆ ಇಫ್ ಆರ್ ಈಸ್ ವೆರಿ ಮಚ್ ಲೆಸ್ ದ್ಯಾನ್ NR ಆಗೋಯ್ತು, ಆಗ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ? R plus NR will become approximately equal to NR. Therefore, current value will becomes Ne divided by NR. ಎರಡು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ಸಲ್ ಆಗ್ತವೆ, E divided by R ಬರುತ್ತೆ. E divided by R ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು? This is the current due to one cell. Current due to one cell. Okay, ಹಾಗಾಗಿ R ತೀರಾ ಕಮ್ಮಿ ಇದ್ರೆ ಅಂತ ಕಾಂಬಿನೇಷನ್ ಇಂದ ಏನು ಯೂಸ್ ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ. To draw more current, R value has to be very much greater. Okay, so ಹೀಗೆ ಕೆಲವೊಂದು ಸ್ಪೆಷಲ್ ಕೇಸಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ನಾವು ಬರೀಬಹುದು. ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಸ್ಪೆಷಲ್ ಕೇಸ್ ಇದೆ, ಅದು ರಾಂಗ್ಲಿ ಕನೆಕ್ಟೆಡ್ ಸೆಲ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಅಂದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಅದನ್ನ ನಾವು ಥಿಯರಿ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ರೂಮ್ ನಲ್ಲಿ ಡಿಸ್ಕಸ್ ಮಾಡೋಣ. ಇಟ್ ಕಮ್ಸ್ ಅಂಡರ್ ಆಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟಿವ್ಸ್ ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್. ಓಕೆ, ಬ್ರೀಫ್ ಆಗಿ ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ. ಸಿ, ಸಪೋಸ್ ಎರಡು ಸೆಲ್ ಇದೆ, ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಸೆಲ್ ರಾಂಗ್ ಆಗಿ ಕನೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಇದ್ರ EMF E1 ಇಂಟರ್ನಲ್ ರೆಸಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ R1, ಇದರದ್ದು EMF E2 ಇಂಟರ್ನಲ್ ರೆಸಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ R2. ಬಟ್ ನಮಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿರುವಂತಹ ಒಂದು ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ಪ್ರಕಾರ ಕರೆಂಟ್ ಯಾವಾಗೂ ಪಾಸಿಟಿವ್ ಟರ್ಮಿನಲ್ ಇಂದ ಆಚೆ ಕಡೆ ಹೋಗ್ತಿರ್ಬೇಕು, ನೆಗೆಟಿವ್ ಟರ್ಮಿನಲ್ ನ ಕಡೆ ಹೋಗ್ತಿರ್ಬೇಕು. ಬಟ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗ್ತಿದೆ, ನೆಗೆಟಿವ್ ಟರ್ಮಿನಲ್ ಇಂದ ಆಚೆ ಕಡೆಗೆ ಬರ್ತಿದೆ. ಓಕೆ, ದೇರ್ಫೋರ್ ಇದರ ಒಂದು E ಎಫೆಕ್ಟಿವ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಏನಪ್ಪಾ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ E1 ಇದು ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿದೆ, ವರ್ಕ್ ಆಗ್ತಿದೆ, ಇದು ರಾಂಗ್ ಆಗಿದೆ, ದೇರ್ಫೋರ್ ಮೈನಸ್ E2 ಅಂತ ಹಾಕೋತೀವಿ. ಗೊತ್ತಾಯ್ತಾ? ಇದು ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ಆಗ್ತಿದೆ ಅಂತ, ಇದು ಡಿಸ್ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ಆಗ್ತಿದೆ. ಅಂಡ್ ಆರ್ ಈಕ್ವಲೆಂಟ್ ಗೆ ಏನು ಮಾಡೋದಿಲ್ಲ, R1 ಪ್ಲಸ್ R2 ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ರೆಸಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಗೆ ಏನು ಟರ್ಮಿನಲ್ಸ್ ಇರಲ್ಲ, ಪಾಸಿಟಿವ್ ಮತ್ತೆ ನೆಗೆಟಿವ್ ಅಂತ ಅಂದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಇದರ ಇಂಟರ್ನಲ್ ರೆಸಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಇದರ ಇಂಟರ್ನಲ್ ರೆಸಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಎರಡನ್ನು ಆಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೇಬೇಕು. ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಕನೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿದ್ರು ಆಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕು, ರಾಂಗ್ ಆಗಿ ಕನೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿದ್ರು ಸಹ ಆಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ಗೊತ್ತಾಯ್ತಾ? ಸೊ ಇದಿಷ್ಟು ಸ್ಪೆಷಲ್ ಕೇಸಸ್. ಇನ್ನೊಂದ್ಸಲ ಬ್ರೀಫ್ ಆಗಿ ಹೇಳ್ಬಿಡ್ತೀನಿ. ಸೀರೀಸ್ ಕಾಂಬಿನೇಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಸೆಲ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ಆಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಹೋದ್ರೆ ಒಂದ್ರ ಪಕ್ಕ ಒಂದು ಗೊತ್ತಾಯ್ತಾ? ಸೊ ಇನ್ ಕೇಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಟಾರ್ಚ್ ನೀವು ನೋಡಿರಬಹುದು, ಅಟ್ ಲೀಸ್ಟ್ 2 ಸೆಲ್ಸ್ ಇಂದ ವರ್ಕ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. 1 ಸೆಲ್ ಇಂದ ಯಾವ ಟಾರ್ಚ್ ವರ್ಕ್ ಆಗಲ್ಲ. 2 ಸೆಲ್ಲು, 3 ಸೆಲ್ಲು, 4, 5 ಹೀಗೆ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ತುಂಬಾ ಉದ್ದಕ್ಕೆ ಟಾರ್ಚಸ್. ಕರೆಕ್ಟಾ? ಸೆಲ್ಸ್ ನ ನಾವು ಆಡ್ ಮಾಡಿದಷ್ಟು ನಮ್ಗೆ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, EMF ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ. ಅದೇ ತರ ಇಂಟರ್ನಲ್ ರೆಸಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಸಹ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ 4 ವೋಲ್ಟ್, 5 ವೋಲ್ಟ್, 6 ವೋಲ್ಟ್ 3 ಸೆಲ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ನಾವು ಸೀರೀಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕನೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ ಬರುವಂತ ಈಕ್ವಲೆಂಟ್ EMF 6 ವೋಲ್ಟ್ ಗಿಂತ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಯಾಕಪ್ಪ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ E is equal to E1 plus E2 plus E3 ಅಂತ ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾ ಹಾಕೋತೀವಿ. 6 plus 4 10, 10 plus 5 15. ಸೊ 15 ವೋಲ್ಟ್. 15 ವೋಲ್ಟ್ ಅನ್ನೋದು 6 ವೋಲ್ಟ್ ಗಿಂತ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಅದೇ ತರ ಇಂಟರ್ನಲ್ ರೆಸಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಅಷ್ಟೇ. ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಒಂದು 1 ಓಮ್, 2 ಓಮ್, 3 ಓಮ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಆನ್ಸರ್ 3 ಓಮ್ ಗಿಂತ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಹಾಗೆ ಇದೇ ತರ n ಐಡೆಂಟಿಕಲ್ ಸೆಲ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ನಾವೇನಾದ್ರೂ ಸೀರೀಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕನೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಆನ್ಸರ್ n ಟೈಮ್ಸ್ E ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಹಾಗೆ ಇಂಟರ್ನಲ್ ರೆಸಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ n ಟೈಮ್ಸ್ R ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂದಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಒಂದು ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟರ್ನಲ್ ರೆಸಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಗೆ ನಾವು n ಐಡೆಂಟಿಕಲ್ ಸೆಲ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ಸೀರೀಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕನೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ದ ಕರೆಂಟ್ ಡ್ರಾನ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ದ ಕಾಂಬಿನೇಷನ್ ಇಸ್ ಗಿವನ್ ಬೈ I is equal to NE divided by R plus NR ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಆಕ್ಚುಯಲ್ ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾ E divided by R plus R, ಬಟ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಎಫೆಕ್ಟಿವ್ EMF NE ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಎಫೆಕ್ಟಿವ್ ಇಂಟರ್ನಲ್ ರೆಸಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ NR ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ NE divided by R plus NR. If R is very much greater than NR, NR ಗಿಂತ R ತುಂಬಾ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇದ್ರೆ R plus NR reduces to R. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ it becomes NE divided by R. NE divided by R ಅಂದ್ರೆ N times E by R. ಅಂದ್ರೆ E by R ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಕರೆಂಟ್ ಡ್ಯೂ ಟು 1 ಸೆಲ್ ಅಂತ. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಎಷ್ಟು ಸೆಲ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊತೀರೋ ಅಷ್ಟು ಟೈಮ್ಸ್ ಮಲ್ಟಿಪ್ಲೈ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ in case of a series combination, in order to draw more current, one has to follow this condition. The value of external resistance has to be as large as possible. Otherwise ಏನಪ್ಪ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನೋಡಿ, R ಏನಾದ್ರೂ ವೆರಿ ಮಚ್ ಲೆಸ್ ದನ್ NR ಆಗಿಬಿಡ್ತು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಬರೀ E by R ಬರುತ್ತೆ. E by R ಅಂದ್ರೆ ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ದ ಕರೆಂಟ್ ಡ್ಯೂ ಟು 1 ಸೆಲ್ ಅಥವಾ ಸಿಂಗಲ್ ಸೆಲ್. ನೀವು ಇದರ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂನ ಕಮ್ಮಿ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡ್ಬಿಟ್ರೆ ನೀವು ಎಷ್ಟೇ ಸೆಲ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ಕನೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು ಒಂದು ಸೆಲ್ ಎಷ್ಟು ಕರೆಂಟ್ ಅನ್ನ ಕೊಡುತ್ತೋ ಎಲ್ಲ ಸೇರ್ಕೊಂಡು ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಕರೆಂಟ್ ಅನ್ನ ಕೊಡ್ತವೆ. ಗೊತ್ತಾಯ್ತಾ? ಸೊ ಇದಿಷ್ಟು. ಸೊ E equivalent and R equivalent of combination of 2 cells in a series. So in the next class let us discuss what is the case of E equivalent and R equivalent when the cells are connected in parallel anta. Okay, anyhow, thanks for watching.